Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84 and this is An Englishman Abroad, where we are currently out in Indonesia managing Sulut United. You join us today for the first episode of Season 5, where we are looking to defend our title, and this is going to start off as a little bit of a transfer special, and then we are going to move into the Champions League games. So before we get on into today's footage, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. Leave any comments down in the box below. But let's get into showing you the transfers that have come into the club across this first transfer window of Season 5. If we go to here, you can see that we haven't signed too many players. We have been a bit selective with who has come in, as we have a championship winning side anyway. We also have lost a few players, so let's just run through. We've got Ismail Hanapi. He is a 29-year-old Indonesian goalkeeper who is signed just basically as a backup goalkeeper. Don't think he'll ever play for the team. We have Keiki, who is a defensive midfielder, 24 years old, and another Brazilian who has joined the club. I've got a feeling this guy is going to be a cut above most players in this league. I was very, very surprised when he agreed to join the club. We have to pay him £2,000 a week, which is more than any other player at the club. But as he's billed as our star player, I think he will perform on the big stage. We've got Ketut Adicha, who is a right-sided defender, 18 years old, an Indonesian. We have got Denny Ardiancia, who is a centre-back, 17 years old, come highly rated by the scouts, so I thought we would take a punt on him for 40,000. Got Irfan Presato. He is a 19-year-old right-sided attacking midfielder. The plan originally was to try and play Matthias Firmino as a central midfielder this season, but having put him through some training in the off season, it seems that he isn't going to be able to adapt, so he's basically cover for Matthias Firmino. And then we've got Herman Firdaus. He is a 20-year-old Indonesian striker who was recommended by the scouts as a replacement for a player who left, and that player was Berry Ramada. Decided during the summer, or is it the summer? Well, it's the winter, isn't it, for the Asian clubs, that he wanted to leave and we wouldn't stand in his way. He was only a bit part player. Also lost Dedi Tree Maluna. He went to Caltech Putra. We lost Iqbal Adicha, who was a right defender, 18 years old. He went to PSIS. Akil Savic went to Mitra Kuka. He's the reason why we needed to sign a backup goalkeeper. Rudy Slamet, who was an Indonesian 18-year-old defender centre, and Kyono Putro was the last player who left the club. He could have played on either side, but even though the club was telling us he had potential, not too sure how much of it was there. So then, as I mentioned, the first two games of this episode are going to be in the Asian Champions League. I believe this is our debut in the competition, so looking forward to trying to progress from this first knockout phase. Well, actually, it's like a group and then knockout phase, but I know what I meant. So the goalkeeper is going to be Francisco Wibawa, Douglas, Saputra, Bakhtiar, Adicha, Wadi, and Firmino are in the middle. And then Siswanto is playing behind Mersalim, who is unhappy that we apparently didn't strengthen the squad enough, and Maya up front. Keiki's currently injured. He's out for 3 to 5 days. I think he had an illness, so it's a bit of poor timing, but that's his reason for not playing. And to be fair, the media have given us absolutely no chance in this game, so any kind of positive result here will be a miracle, they reckon. Okay, so off and running in our Asian Champions League debut, playing against Hanoi FC. And they are in their nice purple kit. Lump the ball forwards in the first clip, and then Francisco does likewise. Ball is in behind, and Mersalim is in on goal. He's hit the post. That's really unlucky. Kind of looked like he hit the shot, and then he's hit the post. And then Adicha from Firmino's free kick has put the ball over the bar with a header. So looking positive in the early stages here of this first Champions League game, considering the media are really giving us no chance. We seem to be holding our own quite early on. Just as I'm saying that though, Hanoi are on the attack. They have a ball over the top. Defenders got in back, or got back there quite well. And then there's a weird passage of play where both defenders got drawn to the ball. Got played in behind. The goalkeeper made a save. And then we looked to counter-attack, and the chance came to nothing, but almost got caught out at one end. Vardy there tries a ball over the top that gets intercepted, and now they are running out. Somebody needs to go and make a tackle. Cross comes in, gets dealt with quite well by the defender. But they are continuing the attack down the right-hand side. Cross comes in, back to the player who had the ball originally, Cantanheed, and he finishes it off. And unfortunately, Hanoi have made their chances pay, and we haven't, and we are behind in the game. But we've got Adichie on the ball now. Tries a low cross, gets cut out, and again they're looking to turn that into a counter-attack, and they do, and they score. Giovanni Magno, I think that says there, comes up with a goal to give them a 2-0 lead, looking likely going into half-time. And it's really a case of they've had 2 chances and scored 2 goals. We had 2 chances and we hit the post and didn't really make anything of them. But we've got another chance here as Adichie plays in Maya, and Ahmed Maya has got a goal back around the 40-minute mark. So maybe we're not out of this one after all. It's a great bit of play there. Mercelim with the flick on. Adichie running up the line. Cuts into the box. Nice cross. Made sure his man was onside, and Maya tucks it in to the far corner to give us a lifeline in the game. However, what's going on here? So we've got a free kick to defend, and straight away they go up the other end and restore their 2-goal lead with a brilliant free kick that the goalkeeper got absolutely near, and then they're on the attack again. And all of a sudden, from getting back into the game, it looks like they're trying to put it to bed in the first half. 3 added minutes have gone, and we are in at half time. Looking at the stats, it was a pretty even game right up until the end, but they seem to have pulled away, and I think they're good value for their lead, which is disappointing because I thought we might have played a little bit better than what we are showing. But there's still 45 minutes, and we're on the attack straight away as Firmino gets in, and Firmino has scored to make it 3-2, and that's a brilliant goal, really. He's burst down the right-hand side. As soon as Vardy plays the ball, the defender comes towards him, doesn't really make a tackle. He's just burst past him, going to the box, hit the shot left-footed into the top corner. That's a brilliant finish to get us back within 1 goal. So maybe all is not lost. I mean, looking at the group, I forgot to mention the group at the start, but we have Hanoi, Western United, and Beijing in our group. So Beijing would have been the team that I really would have been looking at, thinking they're the ones that are going to blow us all away. And then probably Western United. So if we could go on to get a point or anything from this game, then I think that we're in with a shout. And just as I was saying that, Moses Aloya makes it 4-2, and that is probably that. Going to make a couple of changes, I think, to try and get some fresh legs on. Got Vardy on a booking, so while you can come on for him, Tiwu can come on there, and in fact, Huda can come on in place of Mercelim, and we'll swap Mercelim, Huda and Siswanto over. So Siswanto plays in the attacking midfield slot. So clock ticking away here. It looks like a 4-2 loss to start our Champions League campaign. That is pretty disappointing. 4-2 loss. When we look at the stats, you can see that we were not completely outplayed, but they were the better team, so probably deserved the result. 4-2 is probably a little bit harsh on us, but it just shows that we are growing in stature in terms of Indonesian football, but we have a long way to go probably in this Asian Champions League. So yeah, going to push forwards on to the next game, which is also going to be a Champions League game, and see what happens in that one. Okay, so the second game of the episode is going to be against Beijing, and the lineup we are going to be playing is Francisco in goal, Wibara at left back, Douglas, Saputra and Bakhtiar make up the back line. Wijanto, Keiki is coming in to make his debut for the club with Mateus Firmino on the right. You've got Siswanto, Mercelim and Maya in the attacking midfield positions, and we are going to see how we get on against the might of China in Beijing. Okay, so we are off and running, and Beijing have got an early chance. It looks like they work the throw in and it goes out to the right wing. Ball comes in It's well dealt with by the defender, but still not cleared as they look to build an attack. Ball into the box, and there's the opening goal after 3 minutes. As Zhang Yuning gets the opening goal. And we have an injury straight away to Maya, which means that Tiwu is going to have to come on up front alongside Mersalim. That's a bit of a blow, especially for our domestic campaign. With the league starting very, very soon, would rather have had our best players available to us, but I guess that's how the game goes sometimes. We are now struggling really to get a foothold in this. We had a few passes there, the long ball that ended up just being hit straight back at us. And now Beijing are playing the ball around with ease. Somebody needs to go and try and put their foot in. Instead, they're in behind, and the cross comes in. It's a great block on the line there by one of the defenders. Not too sure which one it was, but stopped us going further behind. However, the danger's not over, and they tried to get a cross in, but luckily the defender snuffed that out, and it's out for a throw-in. So, attack of our own maybe here. Nope, Saputra with the throw-in that goes straight to Beijing, and we're having to weather a storm here as they charge forward again. They're into the box, cross comes in. Carlos Jr. at the back stick tries a shot that goes wide. Looking at the stats here, we are being thoroughly outplayed in the first 26 minutes. But I do feel if we could get a chance, if we could have just 1 or 2 chances, we could score in this game. So if we can keep it at 1-0, the game's certainly not over, but I think the challenge is going to be keeping it at 1-0 because they are just attacking with ease. They come forward again, and there's a great save from Francisco to turn the ball over. And from the resulting corner, it's crossed in, it's headed clear, but the danger's still not gone. So Carlos Jr. keeps it in. He just play it back to the centre circle, and then the highlight does end. So looking at this, we are finding it difficult to get any kind of creative flair going. And again, they're on the front foot, and again, Beijing go in to score. It's 2-0 now. And they've got another attack, just wave after wave. And this was the one that I feared, because I really do feel like the Chinese teams on this game are powerful, especially the ones that have the Brazilians and the ex-European players. But Beijing have really put us to the sword there, limiting us to 2 chances, and none of them being on target. Players look a little bit flat at half-time, but I'm going to send them back out anyway. Just got to keep an eye on Firmino, who looks to be the only one who is not at 100%. So might keep an eye out there, but in behind again, and Beijing have hit the post this time, and they swing the ball back out. It's crossed in. Francisco struggles to deal with it. Ball ping-pongs around. Eventually breaks away, and we're on the counter-attack, but ball in behind is not what we were looking for, and it's cleared away for a throw-in. So 52 minutes on the clock. Look a little bit more lively in the first 10 minutes of this half, but ultimately the game is going the same way as it was in the last game, where we're having a lot of puff and puff. However, Matheus Firmino just pops up with a goal out of nowhere to get us on the score sheet, and that's quite impressive. Throwing comes to him. Saputra takes the touch, goes to Mersalim, who knocks it back into his path. Kind of gets it stuck under his feet, but as he's stepped away from the ball, he's hit it left-footed, and it's gone straight in at the far post. And with only 2 shots on target, we now have registered the first goal of the game. And maybe there is a little bit of life, although those 2 Brazilians are looking quite tired at the moment. So we're going to bring Mohamed Wadi on in place of Keiki, who has had a solid debut, and Yu can come on the right wing and give Firmino a rest, who looks a little bit tired. 10 minutes on the clock then. If we're going to go and salvage anything, we need to create some more chances, but not looking likely. Beijing got up to 19 shots. They've had 8 on target, and it's another disappointing game to start off our Champions League campaign. Not what we would have hoped for. We have no points from the first 2 games, and it looks likely we aren't going to be progressing from this phase of the Champions League, but a long way to go, and our league campaign will kick off soon, so we are going to wrap up there. A big thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button if you've enjoyed that. Leave any comments in the box down below, but for this one, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching.